Okay, we continue our lecture. So we have some like ground truth. Okay, so this is left image and right image, and this ground truth, this disparity. But remember the disparity, suppose disparity is 32 pixels. The max is 32 pixels. But they display here, what they did is if the display is 32 pixels, will transfer to from 0 to 32, will transfer to 0 to 255 to be gray value in order you can see this one. Okay. The same if the display is from 0 to 64, and they will transfer to 0 to 255, so you can see this one. So this is the gray value, not real disparity value. So when you do the calculation for the test Z, you should use real disparity value. You can, this just gray value just for people to see the result. So when they become more bright, it's mean close to you, and become dark, black, it's mean far away from you. Okay. Okay. So this is suppose this epipolar line here, parallel. So any point, you try to find corresponding point in the other one. Okay. So here, so try to find corresponding point. Here, what we try to tell you is the window size. If the window size is 3 by 3, this one, okay, you'll find your corresponding, your disparity will look like this way. If your window size is bigger, your disparity map will look like more smooth. Small window, the same as deepening, small window will enhance the detailed things. Bigger window will be more smooth because it consider a lot of neighborhoods more smooth, but not you lose your detailed information. My experience is a 3 by 3 is best. Sometimes 5 by 5, and larger than 5 by 5 is not good. Okay, so small window, you'll find more detail. However, you'll cause more noise because your information is not so many. Okay, if a large window, you'll less noise, but you'll lose your details. So the way, what's the method to find the corresponding point? Almost people use SAD. Just suppose it's small window 3 by 3, and just corresponding point, and so you have a 9 value here, and summation of 9 different value will be your SAD value. So along the search region, suppose 32 pixels, and you try to find minimum value over all 32 pixels. This one, and this is cost time, SSD, and this also take much time. So we don't use this one. We just use this one, simple one. Okay, because we want to do real-time process. And here, can I move? Okay. Here, what we try to tell you is we can half in pages 57. We just call half occluded region. What's half occluded is meaning, suppose this object in front of you. So here, in your left-hand side camera, you can see some information here. In your right-hand side, because this side is this bracket, so you cannot see the information here. That's meaning you don't have a corresponding point. So we call, in this situation, we call half occluded region. So this one, you cannot find the corresponding point. This one, you also cannot find corresponding point, so will become discontinuity, 不连续 discontinuity. Okay, so that's meaning you don't have a corresponding point, and you will feel the zero value to there. Your disparity becomes zero. Okay, and there's some other method to do, but actually this dynamic programming before deep learning is good one, but right now deep learning has a stereo method, and they do a good job, better than this one. So we forget this one. And pages 60 and 61 is talk about the baseline. Okay, if you large baseline, sometimes easy to half occluded, and small baseline will reduce the half occluded. Okay, but small baseline you cannot see up. You only can see the object close to you. If you want to see object far away from you, you need to have a large baseline. Okay, and the last one is that we need to do the left-right check, or we can left-right consistency. That's meaning you have a two. You need to do two disparity from left to right and from right to left. So have a two disparities. And suppose the two disparity value will be the same. If a two disparity value, each pixel has my experience more than 2 pixel difference, that's meaning it's not consistent. It's not consistency. More than 2 pixel difference. And that's mean the pixel is incorrect. You will delete it to be background. Okay. So you'll find this image, right? And you actually, if you do, I do for you. If you do this disparity map, look like. So disparity map look a little bit ugly because it's pixel by pixel calculation. 所以记得 disparity 看起来是不是很丑丑的哦？ And after you left-right check, you'll find a lot of holes here, a lot of background, and the background always occur along the boundary of the object. So along the boundary of object will cause the discontinuity. OK， 这是实际状况变成这样子啊。好 ，So sometimes we need to fill the hole. So some people talk about how do you fill the holes, but we don't talk about detail about here. 好，那大概是 this for OK. Here pages 73 and 74 is talk about the process, the step, do calibration, do rectification, compute the disparity, and find the z, the really depth. Okay, and it's more in details. Try to do the stereo. Okay, so that's it for the. We don't need to talk about this one in detail. Okay, so that's for stereo. So we go back to our homework. For the stereo. Okay, so suppose today you need to turn in the first question and second questions. And for stereo, I just teach. Okay, so you turn in this one the same as 3, 4, 5. So 2 weeks later. For question 3, 4, 5, you can turn in 2 weeks later. So turn in the same time. OK， 2个礼拜后嘛，哈。Okay. So I explained a little bit about the stereo things. This user interface is easy. So if you don't know how to do the design the user interface, just ask TA or ask some student to give you. It's fine. 这个我觉得这个抄这个没关系的，只要那个什么演算法那边不要抄就好了。界面他们因为很多学生跟我讲他不会做界面，那没关系。尤其大学部那边 ，many students tell me they don't know how to do design the user interface, but it's a very simple one. You can just copy from some others, especially the other class. Many undergraduate students, not CS background, they don't know how to do that. It's fine. You just copy from others. Okay. So the first question is try to find the display map. The second question is what's the value? Check the value. So the first one is that we give you two images. This left side image, the view from left side. So that left image, right image. Okay, and you try to show the disparity map. And the window size, usually is 3 by 3. I don't know why they write here write this one. They write 5. Actually 5 is not good. Anyway, if they write 5, you should use 5. 这个是要他们找一个来做，是不是？找一个值来做，是不是？ So just use 5. So actually this is not good. You just use 5. 对吧？不是做那么多吧？题目变成啊，这么大，直接叫你们用25。那好 ，OK。So they tell you use 25. So use 25. But actually, don't use this one. Use 3 by 3. Okay, you just use 25. So okay, so the textbook talk about this one, right? So use 25. So you just use 25. So you will and call the function, right? Call this function, and you got a result. Am I right? So the easy. So basically use this function. But what's this one? 256. What's that one? Do you know? Oh, the death. The death. Okay. You mean the maxima death or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, you use this function, and you can check the OpenCV book. They'll tell you this one, this function, and then what is this one? Was divided by 16. I don't know. Must be positive and divisible by 16. What's that mean? 这什么意思啊？就有参数要写16就是了。16的倍数，就这个要哪个这个要256要16的倍数。所以256到底是什么东西？是 display 的最大值啊？不但这是25是 display 的 size 嘛？啊，256是它的社区 region 是不是啊？社区的 region 是不是？对啊，所以最大的这社区 range 是256啊，这么大啊，这个是 window size。Okay, so sorry. So the window size should be 25. They give you, so you just use this one. And the search region will be 256. Usually the search region should be 就 power of 2， 应当是 power of 2， 但是他说用OpenCV tell you because they have a accelerator, so tell you it's better is can be divided by 16. OK， 所以这一题就这样子出来了。OK， so this one is easy, just call this function and you got this result. Okay. The second is let me check. You already have so right now you already have a left side image, right side image. You also have a disparity map from previous questions. Okay, so what they want you to do, you click one point and it will show the corresponding point, right? This is the second question. So the corresponding point will based on your disparity map. That's it. So that's good questions. Your corresponding point actually will based on your disparity map. So when whatever you click a point on left side image, they will show corresponding point on right side image based on the disparity map. That's good one. Okay. So you click, they'll show here. You click, they'll show corresponding point. Okay, so that's the homework, the third questions. Okay. 好，那就先这样。So we continue our lecture. So we talk about SIFT. Stop this one.